Hello and welcome to Library Connection. I'm Mandi, Cantrell, Youth Services Director at the B.B. Comer Memorial Library. First of all, I want to thank TV 47 and Robert especially for allowing us to put on this program to let you know some things going on at the library and in our community. Today we're focusing on us at the library. Sara Osbourn is joining me. Sara used to work upstairs with me and the children and still does some, but she is downstairs working with our social media marketing. Can you tell them just a little bit about what you do, Sara?
I can. It's a little bit of marketing. It's kind of a little bit of everything, really. I still sometimes work the front desk downstairs on occasion, help put the books up, but mostly what I do now is online. I've taken over the social media accounts. Facebook, I do most of the posting there. Instagram, I do all of the posting, and then we also do a e-newsletter and a print newsletter. The print newsletter goes out about once a month. The e-newsletter goes out about twice a month. So, and that's been fun to do. I'm 24, about to turn 25, so I'm really into the technology kind of social media side. I've had a personal Facebook and Instagram, so I kind of really understand that social media world, because it is kind of a totally different beast in and of itself. So.
It is, and I miss you upstairs, but I'm glad you're doing that because you're reaching a whole different group of people,
Right.
And that's our goal. We want to reach everybody at the library, something for everybody, cradle to grave, I think is the phrase
right.
we talked about. And you still do the TAC program with the teens.
I do still do the TAC program, whatever role that my director or our director Tracy Thomas puts me in. I just wanted to be able to do the TAC program because I really enjoy that. I enjoy working with the teens and that age group, and I'm fortunate to say that I've been there recently, so I kind of remember what it's like to be a teen. They love you, Sara. I can tell you, they love you. For me, it would be like their mom or their grandmother, probably. But anyway, enough about us. We want to tell you about some of the books we've gotten, and some of these books are new. We just want to share some of the things. Maybe you're buying last-minute gifts for Christmas, or just looking for books to read with your children, grandchildren, or even for yourself. I tell you, I could read upstairs all day long. There's some great books upstairs,
aren't there? Yes. I'm going to start with a pirate book and a Santa book. This is If You Ever Want to Bring a Pirate to Meet Santa, Don't, by Elise Parsley. She's written a couple of these books, and it's just like that. If you ever want to do something, don't. If you ever want to bring a piano to the beach, don't, or alligator or something. So cute. Who doesn't like pirates and who doesn't like Santa? So this is a great story.
You can't go wrong with a book like that.
You cannot. Like I said, everybody likes pirates, everybody likes Santa. Great.
We're going to switch over to a little bit more of a kind of sentimental, feel-good story.
Yes.
This is The Broken Ornament. This book is really, really sweet. It would be especially special if you had a family member or yourself, you had a special ornament that goes on the tree every year.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell too much about this book, without giving it away, but basically it's this little boy. He's excited to put the Christmas ornaments on the tree. There's just one very special ornament that's always saved for last, and he accidentally breaks it, and his mom is really upset. And so a fairy visits him later on, and with her help he kind of makes something new, and I don't want to give it away too much, but the illustrations in this book, this would be, to me, this seems like it would be a really good book to give as a gift, because the pictures, the illustrations are absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. So that's when he breaks the ornament there, but some of these are just... And the little fairy that's on this page here, that's the cutest fairy I've ever seen. She's adorable. A little elf fairy.
Cute.
So
I'll let you share the next one. It's a Christmas book. So
yes, this is The Christmas Tree Who Loved Trains. This is kind of a different story. You sometimes find the books that talk about trees as if, well, they are living things, but if they have their own kind of personality and thoughts. And this particular Christmas tree loves trains. She lives next to a train track, and then she's dug up to use as a Christmas tree. And I don't want to spoil it. I really want to tell you all about all these books, but I don't want to spoil it. But this would be a good book, I think, too, if you had a little boy who especially loved trains. That would be a good, or anybody in your life who loves trains, that would be a good gift.
And I'll tell you, you can read Christmas stories all year long. We have children that check out Christmas stories in the middle of June, and it's okay. It's all good. I'm going to switch a little bit from Christmas to a book called Surfer Chick. This is by Christy Dempsey. My oldest daughter lives in Brazil. I went to Brazil and had a chance to meet Christy. She works with the same group that my daughter is with. And I met her, and she lives in Brazil, and she's a writer. And I was so excited to get back and look up her books. This is so cute. A surfer chick. This little girl asked her dad, who's real radical, he's rad, to teach her how to surf. Such a fun book. Beautiful pictures. Fun to read aloud, I think. And I know I always try and find fun books to read aloud, especially if a daddy comes in to check out books with their child. Do you like to read? You know, a lot of them love to read to their children. A lot of moms too, but it's fun to find a book with fun words and fun to read aloud. Those are good times spending together. So I love that one.
I'm going to switch from children's books to juvenile. This is Dog Man, Lord of the Fleas. And this author is the same who wrote the Captain Underpants books.
Right.
And I read those as a small girl. I was probably second grade when I read them. And yes, honestly, it is a little bit of potty humor, but sometimes, you know, second graders, it's hilarious. These are really good. I have not actually read this series yet, but if it's anything like Captain Underpants, it will just have you in stitches. And you know, this is good for if you have a really reluctant reader, especially
Yes,
I think a boy reader. They would really kind of enjoy that kind of humor, I think. So, and this book actually, it's funny, this book inspired myself and one of my classmates in the second grade to write our own kind of Captain Underpants story.
How neat.
He had a little golden book that was blank. Someone had given him as a gift, and I can't remember if he did the words and I did the pictures, but it's just every time I say a Captain Underpants book, I think about that. So
how fun. But you're right, a lot of little boys come in that don't necessarily love to read, but they want those Captain Underpants or those Dog Man books because they want to read it. And that's great. Get you to read, that's awesome. This is a book called What If Everybody Said That? This is a great book. This author has another book before. This is Ellen Javernick. Her other book is What If Everybody Did That? And that was great for, you know, what if everybody threw trash down? What if everybody broke in line? Things like this. What if everybody said that? What if everybody said something that was a little bit mean or unkind? I knew a teacher, this is a new book, so she has not read this one, but the one before, she took to her classroom and read it, and that became their motto. What if everybody did that? What if everybody did that? So I could see this being something like that too, something you would just make you think, what if everybody said that? We would hurt people's feelings and be unkind, and we don't want to do that. So it's a good book, fun book to read, but a lesson too.
yeah, those are the best kind of books, I think, that are fun and they teach something at the same time.
You don't realize you're learning it.
Right. Okay, I have a stack of books here. These all, I'll just kind of go quickly at some of these. These are what we call our early readers. Blue dots, we also call them sometimes because they actually have, well, this one has a green dot because it's new, but most of them have blue dots inside. These are really good for kids who are just beginning to learn to read.
Yes.
They have the little AR stickers. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of an orangey color there. That is the reading level. So if you're just beginning to learn how to read, you're looking for something that has a 0 point, 5, something like that. And these go up to third grade and below, or below third grade.
In that section, it's below third grade, but then the AR dots are on all the books that have AR tests. Yeah.
So, but these are really designed for our beginner readers. And this one is Pete the Cat. Everybody loves Pete the Cat. I know we love Pete the Cat. Even downstairs, I still sometimes talk about, in the adult section, I talk about Pete the Cat. So that one's really great.
We're going to pause and take a commercial break. I just realized what time it was. We'll come right back and talk about some more books.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
As a fitness instructor and former collegiate athlete, I know the importance of eating healthy and staying fit. Hi, I'm Isaac Jennings. Did you know that free after-school meals are available throughout Talladega County for children of the ages of 18 years and under? Please contact Safe Family Services Center if you would like to know more information. And remember, every meal matters, and it all starts with you. Get healthy, Talladega County.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Hello, welcome back to Library Connection. I'm Mandi Cantrell. I'm talking with Sara Osbourn. I'm talking pretty fast. We've got a lot more books we want to talk about. So, Sara, you were talking about some of our early readers with few words on a page, sight words, words you can sound out, things like that.
Right. And I just wanted to quickly go over some of the rest of these. These are good. These particular stack of books that I have, they are TV shows, a lot of them. Excuse me. So the kids might recognize these and be more likely to read them. So this one is My Little Pony, Peppa Pig, Shimmer and Shine, which is a kind of a newer TV show, Wild Kratts.
That's a nonfiction book too. The Wild Kratts is.
It is because of the numbers
and
on the
it's
side.
a TV show, and
It is.
really neat books. So you're learning, but they're early reader books.
Yes, and I believe those are on maybe PBS. I'm thinking. I think so. And this might appeal maybe to kind of an older reader, even if they struggle. But Guardians of the Galaxy, which is pretty popular, and then DC superheroes.
Oh, a lot of people ask for those. Yes.
Yes. And then this one is for a little bit older reader too. It's a 3.9 AR, but it is Star Wars, the new Star Wars, which is popular.
It's not a long book. It's a shorter book. So if you're reading at a 3.9 or something, but still a huge book is a little intimidating.
Right.
Smaller book.
And then I have, this is a juvenile fiction. This might be good for a girl or a boy if they love comic book characters, but sometimes we have people that say, well, comic books are not exactly books. Personally, I think they are, but this book is mostly words. Very few pictures. There are pictures, but very few. It's kind of more of a chapter book format. So that's another good
reading
one.
Is reading.
Reading
whether
is
it's
reading.
a comic book or what.
Yes.
All right, now we sent Robert. We sent some pictures. We're going to show some of those and talk about. Oh, there's Booker, our library elf.
Yes, he's been with us 2 years now. I think this is his second year visiting the library, and he just causes all kinds of mischief. I know last year when I worked upstairs, I enjoyed coming in every day to see what he had gotten into.
What he's gotten into, yes. Marilyn and I are enjoying that. So come in and look and see where he is, and follow him on our Facebook.
Yes, he's on our Facebook and Instagram stories daily. I have to go up and find him and put him on there, so it's just fun.
Good. Okay. Oh, there's me. Our newsletter.
Yes. I do this kind of style staff spotlight in our e-newsletter that I send out twice a month, and on Facebook occasionally. And you got a lot of love for this. All of our staff did, but you particularly got a lot of love for this picture. I just like for everyone to be able to see our staff and
know who we are.
Yes, know a friendly face. If they come into the library the first time, I want them to be able to say, oh, well, I saw her on Facebook or on Instagram. Just kind of a friendly face.
Well, there's a lot of hard work behind that, I know. So it's not easy. It's not easy to take a picture of me, I can tell you. No. What's next? Let's see. Oh, yeah, follow us on social media.
Yes, so because we're more active on our social media pages, we invite you to seek us out and follow and like us on Facebook and Instagram so that you never do miss a great book, program, or resource. And you can just type that at Baby Comer Library into your search bar on Facebook or Instagram, and that should take you straight to our page.
Good, yeah. And ebooks,
yes.
I'm sorry. There's our app, Libby.
Well, yes, we have ebooks on our Libby app that you can download from your app store if you're Apple, your Google Play if you're Android, and then Microsoft. Don't know about you with a Microsoft phone, but
we can find out.
We can find out, but you can download it for free, and we actually just got magazines on there, which is really nice to be able to browse those.
That app is so easy too. I know
is.
people, if we don't, and like most people say, I really want a real book. I understand that. But if there's something you really want to read and it's an ebook, then I want to read it, or you're going on a trip.
Right, and they have audiobooks on there as well, which is something I really enjoy because sometimes I find I don't really have the time to sit and actually hold a book, but I like to be able to kind of read. So sometimes I put it on while I'm in the car or in the shower even. I have a waterproof speaker and I'll put it on and just let it play, and it's so easy to use.
My husband loves those on the drive to work. He has a short drive, but still it's a drive to work. And books for kids too that read aloud, which is great too. If you've got the book, you can read aloud with it or just listen. So our app is great. Oh,
and
I love this.
This is an example of something that I did on our Instagram for #BookFace Friday. And that's our library employee, Sam. She's the body there. And the author of this book, Justina Chin, she actually commented on this photo on Instagram, and I was so excited. And she said that she loved it and she thought it was adorable. And I just felt like my life was complete at that moment.
Because you've reached the author, and I don't know where she lives, but it's not here.
Right, yeah, but she thought it was great and cute, and so I was really excited about that. So I don't do those every Friday, but I really try, especially if I find a good book like that.
Oh yes, yes, there. It's kind of hard to find one just to fit something special.
It is.
Oh, there's our Christmas tree upstairs to support the Sylacauga Animal Shelter.
Yes, that is so cute, and that benefits the like you said, the Sylacauga Animal Shelter. All you have to do is give $1 and we'll give you an ornament. You can put one pet's name, you can put, if you have 5 pets, you can put all their names on it, but all that money goes to the Sylacauga Animal Shelter.
Right, yeah, we're going to continue that this month and maybe into January some, because we'd like to give them a good donation. So come upstairs and see our tree, get you a little dog or cat. That's fun. We're not doing a contest, dogs or cats, but I'd love for dogs to win.
Yeah,
Cats rule. Okay.
So yeah, and just join our e-newsletter if you would like. You can either subscribe to our Facebook page. If you look on the left-hand side towards the bottom, there'll be a subscribe to our e-newsletter link. You just fill out the information, and then I receive that. Or you can email me personally at sosbourn@bbclibrary.net. And I'll just take that and plug it in, and you'll get a newsletter in your email twice a month, just letting you know what's going on at the library.
Staff spotlight, and then all kinds of information of programs, things we've done, things we're doing. It's good to let people know the kind of things we're doing at the library.
It is. And then here we are, our Christmas photo.
And beautiful decorations.
Yes.
There we are. A little up close.
So
there.
Merry Christmas from us to you.
And please come in and see. We have several Christmas trees, and I know Marilyn did. I mean, Marilyn did most of the upstairs decorating. It's beautiful, and y'all did a lot of the downstairs. It's
not y'all.
gorgeous.
Miss Jo Andrews and Nelda Vogel, they work really hard during this season. We love to do Christmas big at the library.
We do.
I mean, sometimes there are kids maybe, or even adults who can't put up big Christmas decorations like they would like, or just different circumstances. So we would like for people to come in and just be in awe of our Christmas decorations.
Come in and bring your camera or your phone. Take a nice picture about the tree.
Yes.
We'll talk about one book before we go to a commercial break. This is Just Pick Us Please by Little Critter. Everybody loves Little Critter by Mercer Mayer. I know kids love to read these. This is a 1.8 book, so it's for young children. It's about an animal shelter. We have so many books about picking a dog or a cat from an animal shelter, or just lots of dog and cat books about taking care of them and everything. So this kind of goes along with our animal shelter fundraiser we've got going on there. So I hope you'll come in and read that one. We're going to pause for another commercial break. We'll be back to talk about some more books.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
As a fitness instructor and former collegiate athlete, I know the importance of eating healthy and staying fit. Hi, I'm Isaac Jennings. Did you know that free after-school meals are available throughout Talladega County for children of the ages of 18 years and under? Please contact Safe Family Services Center if you would like to know more information. And remember, every meal matters, and it all starts with you. Get healthy, Talladega County.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Welcome back. Sarah and I are talking about more books, and we're going to get right to that. You've got some, we've talked about some easy books for early readers and juvenile books for a little older, second, third, fourth. You've got some young adults.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to talk about these quickly. This particular book is part of, it's not necessarily a series, it's just different, about maybe 4 or 5 books. This one is A Whole New World, and it's a twisted tale. This particular book is What If Aladdin Had Never Found the Lamp? And then there's another that is, I think, What If it's Beauty and the Beast? What if the Beast had... I can't quite remember
One about
now. I just looked at it.
Mulan or things like
Yes, Mulan, I'm sorry. But
those are very big now, twisted tales, twisted
yeah,
fairy tales.
They are. We have lots of books on our YA shelf that are you know, in that same kind of vein of a twisted tale. So those are very popular right now, and I can see why. I haven't read that particular series yet, but it's on my to-read list because it seems very interesting.
Right.
And then I have The Crimes of Grindelwald, which is actually a movie that's in theaters right now.
Yes.
This is the second book to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Part of the Harry Potter series.
Yes, kind of, somewhat. Yeah. And this book is interesting because it's actually kind of in a style of a screenplay, or it is a screenplay rather. And we have a couple of books upstairs like that now.
The Cursed Child.
Cursed Child, and then Fantastic Beasts. And personally, I thought this would be kind of a little bit difficult to read in that kind of format, since we're used to reading, you know, just straight books. Yeah. But I talked to one girl, and she said it was so much easier for her to read in this style because, you know, it says, you know, this person talks and says this. So, you know, if you're kind of apprehensive about that, just give it a shot and see. Yeah. But those are really big, and I personally love Harry Potter, so.
Everybody does, I think.
Yes. And then this is Dry by Neil Shusterman. I read another one of his books, and it was very good, and I know this one will be too. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic sort of book about the water has dried up in California, and this girl and her brother, they have to kind of deal with that. And I don't want to give you know, too much away. I just want to talk about all the books, but that's another good one on our YA shelf.
Right. So come upstairs, we have a new YA section, as we do have new other books too, but there's always something good on there. Now I'll talk about a couple of juvenile books, which are middle grade kind of. These are Owl Diaries. Nelda Vogel told us about these. One of her granddaughters read these. We can't keep these on the shelf. It's just a pretty book. It's this is a 2.9, so towards the end of second grade, and that's just a guideline. Lots of pictures and words, but just a good way to jump from a picture book to a chapter book. It's a chapter book with lots of pictures, but these are very, very popular, a lot of fun. This is a series I got that I thought was just cute. The same lady, Doreen Cronin, that wrote Splish, Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type. Anyway, silly, real silly, but this is about chickens, misadventures and misinformation. So this is about a group, the chickens, what do they call themselves? The chicken group.
Chicken gang, is that
Chicken Squad.
Chicken
That
Squad.
was it, the Chicken Squad. There's 4 of them. Just lots of funny adventures about that. So those are for some of our little bit older readers. And if I'll keep talking a minute. This is a book called The Marvelous Thing That Came from a Spring. I just used this in a program I did with Bridges and some other groups that tells about the invention of the slinky. I mean, even, you know, I played with slinkies, you did, kids do now. This is a neat, it was just kind of a mistake that happened, but this is a nice way to me to learn about history with a book with it. Now this is an easy book, so no, it's a juvenile book, but it doesn't have a lot of words. But so if you've got a reluctant reader maybe that likes toys, what a nice way to learn some history by reading it in a story, in the form of a story instead of just facts.
Be neat.
and I'll keep on with these. These are kind of sciencey, as is kind of what we said. What will hatch? If you look at a certain kind of egg, what's going to hatch? Is it a frog, a tadpole? Is it a snake? Is it a bird? Nice pictures. I love that. Teaching science. And do you know which ones will grow? This talks about, does a cupcake grow into a cake? No, it's not alive, but a tree will, a small tree will grow into a large tree, an acorn will grow into a tree. I think it says a kit will grow to be a fox, but a watch does not grow to be a clock. So lots of fun things with this book, ways to learn things. If you got any more books you want to share, I've kind of taken over right here.
I think I will
do that,
share,
yes.
well, first, Llama Llama loves to read. This is a cute story. Everybody loves Llama Llama.
Yes.
They rhyme. I know you love
rhyming books. I do.
So these are incredibly fun to read. And kids come in and ask, do you have any Llama Llama books? So
They do.
We're glad to have quite a few of these books on our shelves. They're so much fun. And then another, if you give a mouse an iPhone, and this is another plugged-in parody, and this author also wrote Goodnight iPad, so it's in the style of Goodnight Moon, and this is if you give a mouse a cookie.
Yes, I love those.
And it kind of just pokes fun at
It
us.
does.
We have to be on our phones or on our tablets, on our devices all the time, so that's just a cute book. It might be a little bit more for the parents than the kids, but there's a lot of good books like that where they're fun to read. They're fun for the children to listen to, but they're also kind of fun for the parents to read because we get things that kind of go over the kids' heads. Yeah,
that's this book right here, one of my favorites. After the Fall, Humpty Dumpty. How Humpty Dumpty got back up again. It's a good life lesson too. He falls and of course breaks, but he gets up again. He doesn't give up. He doesn't quit. But he's now afraid of heights. And my favorite page in the whole book is looking at the cereal aisle. Everybody goes to the cereal aisle in the grocery store. The really fun cereal is at the top, bowl of cookies, sugar frosted sugar, things like that. They're on the top shelf, and he's afraid of heights. The bottom shelf has twigs and berries, cardboard, leaves, grown-up food. So this is one fun to read aloud, but just hilarious, I think, for adults to look at that. But this is a great lesson too. If you fall, get back up again. Get back up again. Got another.
And let's see. This one is Mia Moves Out. This is, at first glance, I thought this was mostly just a book about, I'm going to move out. I'm mad, I'm mad at my parents, so I'm going to move out, which I think every kid has gone through.
Right.
But it's actually kind of an adoption story too. This little girl is adopted, and her family adopts another little boy, and he, first he's tons of fun, and then he's tons of trouble, and so I won't spoil it, but it's a great read.
Well, we're almost out of time, but we hope you will come by and see us at the library, check out some of these good books, and maybe you've gotten some good ideas of things that you might like to purchase to give as gifts. I love to give gifts at Christmas time. Books as gifts at Christmas time.
And we have book plates as well. If you would like to, if you have a hard to buy for a person, they have these beautiful plates on the inside. You just give a donation to the foundation, and we will give a book in whoever's honor you would like.
Well, great. Well, thank you for joining us on Library Connection, and I hope to see you at the library.